News out of Red Bull confirmed this morning, finalising its 2026 driver lineup. Now, we were actually meant to get this a few weeks ago after the Mexico Grand Prix, but Red Bull decided to push that decision out to the weekend's Qatar Grand Prix, which of course wrapped up a few days ago. Very much citing Yuki Tsunoda's recent form in the Red Bull as a reason why they wanted to delay the decision a little bit longer. But this morning, our time, we've had the news that Red Bull are sticking with Max Verstappen, obviously, who's on contract until 2028, but are promoting young Frenchman Isaac Hadjar to that second seat to replace Yuki Tsunoda, while our Kiwi Liam Lawson will retain his seat at Racing Bulls and will be joined by British rookie Arvin Limbad, who of course has had a pretty decent year in Formula 2 and has very much been labelled the next Max Verstappen. This means Tsunoda will lose his Red Bull seat at the end of the season and will actually move into a reserve driver role with the team next year. Obviously surprising considering Honda are actually going to Aston Martin next year, and very much a logical thought would be Tsunoda would move over with them. But no, Red Bull are keeping him next year in a reserve capacity. Now, obviously, this driver lineup has been pretty obvious over the last few race weekends. Isaac Hadjar, we know, has been brilliant all year in his rookie season with Racing Bulls, very much been the main point sourcer for them. And no surprises, he's getting promoted to the Red Bull senior team. But of course, the question will be, can he live up to that expectation to partner Max Verstappen and be that consistent point scorer that Red Bull really need from a second driver? Being that second seat very much has been labelled a curse and the most difficult seat to have on the Formula 1 grid. While for Liam Lawson, of course, it's been a bit of an up and down year for him, which of course I'll save till my end of season review, but Red Bull labelling his professionalism and manner as the main reasons why he's keeping his seat at Racing Bulls. While of course for Arvin Limbad, of course, there's been a big, hype around him coming into Formula 1. He's only had one season in Formula 2 this year, but Red Bull considering that good enough to have him in that second Racing Bulls seat for next year. For Yuki Tsunoda, obviously he has looked better over the last few race weekends, but unfortunately this season for him just hasn't been good enough for what he should be doing in that Red Bull, and of course will be demoted to a reserve driver role next year. But of course Max Verstappen, obviously we know, was very much the main one that's going to keep his seat. Of course, he's got a contract till 2028, and despite speculation he was going to move away, he's very much confirmed his immediate future to Red Bull. But that is news out of Formula 1 this morning, with Red Bull finally confirming its driver lineup for 2026, meaning the grid for the new year has all been complete.